Goeienaand. Good evening, fellow South Africans. You know, there is a three-pronged destruction of South Africa happening right now, and it's been happening since 1994, the last 25 years. And it's the reason why the whole country is just imploding. The three prongs are violence. You know, you look at the farm murders just as one particular area of violence. It's huge. We've had over 15 farm attacks and at least one or two murders this month alone on the farms. You take what's going on in the townships. It's huge. Black on black violence, necklacing, stoning. I mean, I have seen some videos which would make your skin crawl. And it's getting worse. It's not getting better. The violence is getting much worse. And the actual xenophobia that's now starting to happen. The whole black population is turning on itself. It is just appalling what's going on. And then you've got the rapes. You know, highest rape percentage in the world today. It is absolutely shocking. The second tranche, what have we got? We got corruption. Look at the corruption that's going on at all levels of government, right down to the senior bureaucrats, right down to the junior officials who are on the take as well. The police, they're corrupt. You can't name any government body that is not on the take. They're all on the take, and they are destroying, or they have already destroyed, state-owned enterprises that used to be incredibly profitable. And that is because of incompetence and because of BEE putting the wrong people in the wrong jobs. And of course, the corruption is just because people are just dishonest. You know, that goes through all the municipalities. You look at the impact that's had on basic services like water, sewerage, electricity. I mean, it is just disgusting. That is just awful what they're doing there with the corruption side in government. It is absolutely incredible. And yet nothing is being done about it. No one has been charged. Have you noticed that not one politician has been taken before the courts for corruption? Look at Zuma. Look at the Guptas. Look at Ramaphosa. They're all on the take, and they're right at the top of the tree. Right down to Dlamini, who might be a junior office clerk at Transnet. They're all on the take. That's why these operations or these organizations are just going totally bankrupt. And then the third tranche is the use of things like fire to burn. You know, we had 2 trains burnt in Cape Town over the Easter weekend. 2 trains burnt. Remember when Ramaphosa bragged that, hey, we've just got 2 new trains in Cape Town? Well, they've just gone back to where they were because they've burnt 2 trains. And that's causing a huge amount of financial loss for the organizations like, again, Transnet. So with these 3 tranches, you know, the whole country is just completely imploding. It can't continue, guys. It cannot continue. And it's totally out of control. It's totally out of control. And, you know, I can't see this country financially succeeding in the next 10 years. I think within the next 10 years, the rand will be junk, and the rand's value is going to go right down to zilch. And if I was in South Africa, I would be buying gold and silver, physical gold and physical silver, because that is based on the US dollar, and you won't lose. But you know, these rating agencies are going to wake up very soon and say, hey, you know, this country cannot survive. It's going to become another Zimbabwe. That's the bottom line. As I say, you've got violence, corruption, and damage like fire to buildings, to transport, trucks, you name it. It's just the whole country is out of control. And I get so many reports of, the three different areas. And when you put them all together, bake them in a cake, you can see that cake stinks. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed, and have a great evening.
Well, two trains were set alight at the Cape Town Central Railway Station. Firefighters are on the scene trying to douse the blaze. The cause of the fire is still unknown and no injuries have been reported. So for more on the information, I'm joined on the line now by the City of Cape Town's Jermaine Garza. Jermaine, thanks a lot for joining us on Newsnight this evening. You're saying that reports are suggesting that the cause of the fire is actually unknown, but are we able to rule out arson at this moment in time, or is it still under investigation?
That would be under investigation, and that will be given over to SAPS as well as PRASA.
And then when it comes to the extent of the damage, take us through that.
I'm currently at the scene. We've got 2 locomotives as well as 9 carriages that has been totally destroyed by this fire.
And do we know exactly how the fire was caused? Not necessarily to know, who's been implicated, but exactly what triggered it, and what time was it that this fire started?
We were notified, the City of Cape Town's Fire and Rescue Services were notified just before 4 of the train alight at Cape Town Railway Station. I can confirm that this is on platform 13 as well as on platform 14.
Was there any reason to suggest that this was just foul play, or that, in fact, there were individuals that wanted to have these particular trains and the railway, to be actually destroyed by fire?
First, that information will be gathered by either SAPS or PRASA when they do an investigation around the fire.
But what can the City of Cape Town actually confirm at this moment in time? What information can you give us regarding this incident?
I can confirm that, as I said, there were the two trains that was alight when we arrived on scene with the 24 staff members. The fire has been contained, and it will take another hour with mop-up operations to fully extinguish this fire.
Do we know if the trains are necessarily, it is a public holiday, but in terms of the business of the trains in themselves, have we notified the public that there are alternative means that have been provided for by the City of Cape Town, especially when we know that an extent of this or this kind of damage means that people have to make their way and find a way